On today's program, Karen Newman from Truth Manifest Ministries are joining us on the spotlight today. Talks about her relationship, knowing God, growing up in the church, backsliding.
My grandfather was the assistant pastor, and so we grew up in the church. But after a while, we sort of put
out of the church, getting married out of God's will, even after God spoke to her. Who did he move?
He left me.
He left you?
Yeah.
Did you pray for that?
No, I didn't pray for him to leave me.
With infidelity in the relationship.
He ended up with another lady,
and how she has got over, how she have came out the storm. Stay tuned. Spotlight today.
Hallelujah.
All right. I'm excited one more time, my God. I just have a special guest with me today. It's just something amazing and wonderful that God is doing just to have this beautiful opportunity. And I tell you, this program right here is going to be so informative and it's going to be just life-changing. And I got a special guest. Her name is actually Sister Newman. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
all
Sister
right.
Newman. Yeah.
And I'm going to introduce her. I'm going to be talking to you actually about, talk to her about her ministry. And, and we're just going to go from there. And she's just going to give us a lot of information. And I just really thank God for you, Sister Newman. Just welcome to the DTV. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Praise God.
We want to welcome you. Thank you so much, amen, for taking the invite. And before I even get into the program today, I just want you to know that you remind me so much of my cousin.
Oh, really? Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she is. Actually, okay. Y'all could pass for sisters.
Oh, really?
Honestly.
Oh, wow.
But I thank God I had an opportunity actually to meet you at a local radio station.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And what was the name of your program, actually?
It's Truth Manifest Ministries.
Truth Manifest Ministries.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. And so I'm just glad of the opportunity I have, just to interview you and share you with everybody out there. Amen. Because I know you have a great ministry. So I want you to do me a favor. Look into any one of these cameras and just kind of tell us who you are. Take about a minute and then share, who you are and where you're from and about your ministry and stuff like that.
Well, I'm Evangelist Karen Newman, and I've been called into this ministry not too long ago, but I have been called by the Lord for a long, long time. I have been a Christian, ever since I knew myself. My parents were of godly parents. One was my grandfather was the assistant pastor. Wow. And so we grew up in the church. Wow. But after a while, we sort of kind of put pause, which is wrong.
Okay.
But, after, a while, I still feel the calling of the Lord on my, my life that I need to start to be a witness.
Wow.
And that's exactly what I started doing. And so, I just started praying, and one day, it just, sat in my heart that you need to start a radio ministry. You need to do a radio ministry. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't even know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
But my mom and I, she just passed,
Okay,
so and she was the one, was really pushing me. Yes, she's seen the call in my life, and just go for it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, No much preparation, just go ahead and do it. And so that's where I am.
Amen.
And God has been good.
So just awesome as you hear her testimony, how God has called her and pulled her to ministry and that which she needs to do. So originally you're from Jamaica.
I'm from Jamaica originally. I came here.
Jamaica.
I'm from.
So hold on, we can't talk patois.
Sure, that's what I'm talking.
All right.
Go right ahead. Yeah. I was born in Kingston, but I grew up in Trelawney.
All right.
So I lived in Trelawney until I was about 12 or so. Then I went back to Kingston.
Yeah.
And from there, I came here around 14,
about
15.
14, something like that. So
14.
How many years have you been here now?
A while. If I tell you, you'll know my age. So it's been here.
I don't know, man. You ladies are so secretive.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Yeah.
Amen. But bless God for that. And but what really was like your transition? I know you kind of came here when you were probably maybe in your teens or
yes, when I'm my teen.
Pretty much in your teens.
Yeah, 14, 15.
When you say that your parents actually, were Christian parents, were they saved from in Jamaica, or they were, or they were just like Christian parents that got saved in America?
They were saved from Jamaica. I grew up with my grandparents because my mom left at an early age to come to America
Okay.
to try to make things a little
Yeah.
bit better for us. So
Mhm.
we were left with our grandparents.
Okay.
And my grandparents, he was a very godly man.
Wow.
And my grandmother
Yeah.
also, they were really godly people.
Wow.
So we grew up in that environment, you know.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And then
So your grandparents was actually here in America?
you know, in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so they were, you know,
Ah.
the foundations of where I got my
Yeah.
foundation from.
Okay. So was there any when you came up here? Was there any Christian relative that
Yeah, my mom.
your mom? Okay.
My mom,
So your
yeah.
you
So
came to
we
live with your mom
came to
in
live with her
America.
mom and to live in
Yeah.
America in New York.
In New York City. What part of
Yes.
New York?
In Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yes,
All right.
in Brooklyn, and then
All
we
right.
went to Queens. Yes,
Okay.
but in Brooklyn we had
Okay. Yeah,
long stay in
a long stay
Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
New
yeah.
York. And so from Brooklyn, you actually just migrate from there.
Yeah, well, actually, I went to Georgia.
Okay, Georgia.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
from there I came here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was sort
Yeah.
of following my sisters, you know, wherever they go. I
Wherever your sisters
because I didn't
go,
want to
okay.
really be by myself. So
Wow.
you know, yeah.
Wow. And so your life pretty much has been an amazing journey.
Yes,
You
it
know,
has
kind
been.
of
It
just
has
moving
been.
from one place
Yes.
to the next place. Now, but before I get into a little bit more detail and stuff like that, your mom, was she like a Christian lady?
Yes, she was
saved
a
in the
godly. Thank you,
church?
Jesus, that she
Yeah.
was, and she was the one that really hankered down, you know, for
Yeah.
us to go to church
Okay.
and for us to make a difference in this world. She always encouraged us
Wow.
that, you know, it's Jesus our boss, or
Okay, okay, that's it.
or if we you know, if you don't go to church, then you find someplace
Okay,
else to
you
go.
find somewhere else.
So that
Yeah.
was
Wow,
the kind
wow.
of thing,
So she was
and
really
yeah,
adamant. She was strong
adamant. She
about
was a
that.
strong,
I mean, because
prayerful woman. Yes.
I mean, today,
Yeah.
you know, we don't actually get much parents that's really strong about,
Yeah.
you know, training up your children.
Right,
You know,
right.
to go to church, to commit, to kind of be loyal.
That's
and so
right, that's
having
right.
that foundation was like, okay, if
Oh.
you don't go to church, you have to move on.
You must move on.
Find somewhere to go.
That's it. That's it. You're gonna. She's like, you better come out.
Yeah, that's it. You
Yeah,
gotta get
yeah.
out the house.
You
know?
gotta get out the house, yeah.
And so that became your foundation. But what about your siblings? You know,
My
any brother,
siblings.
any
Yeah,
sisters?
yeah. There are seven of
Yeah.
us,
Okay.
and you know, all of us grew up in the church and grew up, you know, to serve and worship God. You know, but then after a while, we know, all got older. Everybody sort
Yeah.
of went their own way, do their own thing.
Wow.
But God is so good that now He has brought us back. You know, so we have not, you know.
So let me
Yeah.
let me ask you a question because you know I can't really relate to so much. Okay, being brought up in the church, being brought up into a godly home, you know, had all this godly strong foundation going on. My mother was a Christian lady,
Yeah.
you know, and growing up as a child, she sent me to Sunday school.
Yeah.
She didn't go to church herself. as a
Oh,
matter of
okay.
fact, you know. And you know, in Jamaica, I think you know she always wanted to be a part of the 70 Adventist Church.
Okay.
You understand? You know, in Jamaica, 7
Yeah.
days is famous in
Yeah.
Jamaica.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
In Florida, Baptist. Up north, Catholic.
Catholic.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
every place has
Has their main.
yeah, you know,
domain.
the main religion that they
Yes.
practice in those territories. So, you know, I remember my mom, you know, say that when she go to America, you know, she's going to go to church, she's going to be safe, she's going to get involved in the 70 Adventist church and stuff like that. But she was never really a Christian lady. So I wasn't really like brought up in the church.
Okay.
You know, I didn't,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
so what is it really like? Because, you know, when I hear the story, the person says, okay, I was brought up in church and then somewhere along the line, I backslide.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I stopped doing church. And so what truly is it because persons are trying to discover the world, trying to find an experience out there? Because what I want you to, the reason why I'm asking you this, what about somebody that has not really left the church, hasn't walking away from the Lord, but is contemplating, all right, about just making that step because they want to explore, you know, the world and what the world is, and their whole life they know church. What would you say to a person? I mean, that's thinking that. You know, I want you to see somebody that may be going to watch this program. What would you say to a person? What is that experience like, and why they shouldn't do it?
Okay. First of all, they shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But from my own experience and from the experiences that I've seen with my brothers and sisters, sometimes when you grow up into the church,
Yes.
you don't know anything else, and
Okay.
sometimes the parents can be a little bit, like on the strict side. All you see is you pray, you go to bed, you pray, you get up in the morning, you pray,
Wow.
you do have prayer meeting on certain days during the week, or you fasting and prayer. So everything is surrounded, But at the same time, you know, we may say that's their religion, that's their faith, because everybody has their own mind, everybody has their own
Right.
way of thinking. So I may have to grow up the way that they want me to, because I'm in their house. Just like what Joshua
Right,
said,
right.
as for me and my house, we'll serve the Lord. But that doesn't mean that once you get older and be, it really mean that you're going to really do the same thing. You may stray a little bit, but you will come back to teaching, because it's foundation. So
Right.
what they have done, they had laid the foundation for us. But as you grow up, you find different people, different mind, and some people are not really that,
Wow.
really
So-
wanted to really choose God
So-
per se. Yeah.
My question is though, when you decided that, hey, you know what, I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna try life outside of my practice. What my parents taught me. What was that when you step away? What was that first feeling that you literally had encountered?
Well, I stepped away much later on in life, when started to meet some hard knocks,
Okay.
and then I got
So you
disappointed.
didn't step away when you were a teenager.
No,
but
no, I didn't
more
step
like,
away,
So like in your 20s.
In my 20s, after I got married, and
okay.
and things started going downhill, then you say, you get frustrated, get disappointed.
So your husband,
Yeah,
he was a Christian.
he was a
in
Christian.
the church
Yes,
as well.
as
You
well.
guys still married?
I know.
Okay. Are
No,
you praying
so-
that he come back?
All right.
Oh, Jesus
No. But anyway,
all right.
so sometimes when you're faced with hard
Yeah.
life situation,
Okay.
instead of trusting him,
Okay.
we find that you start to back away from it, because
Yeah.
maybe the peer pressure of the church as a whole, and they want to be into your business and stuff like that. You pull away, and once you pull away, then you begin to like stay home a lot and do things, and then afterward you just don't really go.
So you're
Yeah.
saying that you had literally just kind of step away from just being committed to God the way you were brought up
Yeah.
after you got married,
Yes.
literally.
Yes.
So what really pushed you? Was it just the core of your circumstance that really, was it a challenge with your spouse at the time? Financially challenges or, stuff like that just really just...
I think it was maybe a mixture of a few things, but mostly it was the challenge with the husband, because
with
sometimes
the husband, okay, because
Yes.
a lot of women is
Yes.
praying for a husband.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh God, if you give me a husband, I'm gonna stay in the church and I'm gonna love you forever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be married to you, Christ. I ain't going nowhere, Christ. I
Yeah.
am all for you, Christ.
Mhm.
I'm sold out.
Yes.
But you were saying
Yeah.
that the husband can move you away.
Yeah.
Relationship can have a serious impact.
Yeah. And if you don't know Christ the way that you should know
Right,
Christ,
right.
and if you're maybe just, like I said, I was brought up in a church, so
Okay.
we were brought up, but then we may not really know God for ourselves as how we should. Like
Okay.
maybe somebody coming off the street and they
Yeah.
really, repented of their sins and stuff like that. We're brought up, you're sheltered.
Yes.
We were brought up into a sheltered life. So once you get out there now and you started to see what it is, you got married and stuff like that, when hard knocks start to really knock on your door, because you start to find unfaithfulness in your partner and stuff like that, it is not easy. It's not easy. And even though you may pray to God and ask God to show you the right person,
Okay.
all of that stuff, it's going to still take a lot of work.
Wow. And how long were you married? Because I'm just talking about the fact that you say you didn't step away from the Lord until you really got married, and it was just some challenging unfaithfulness and all kind of crazy stuff that just went on that just make you just, Lord, I just can't take this.
Yeah.
Did you pray and ask God if this was your husband?
Yes.
And so you gotta tell me about that.
Okay.
So, yeah, tell me.
It's,
if it wasn't.
Sometimes, yeah. So, because sometimes, we
Yeah.
pray, but we pray not because we
Right.
really want to hear the truth. We
Uh-huh.
really pray because we really don't want to answer.
My God. Okay.
And that's
so,
the problem.
So we
So-
pray, but we really don't.
So we prayed. Okay, I saw this person, and this
Okay.
person looked so much next to Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And it's like, this got to be my husband.
Wow.
And you prayed for that particular person.
So hold on.
Uh-huh.
This is good. I love this. I love this. I love this.
Uh-huh.
Lord Jesus. So when you said that, what was he? Was he a musician? Was he a preacher?
No,
What
it was.
he?
I think he was a preacher. It was a mixture of both. But he was like
okay.
the pastor's right hand man. He was
Ooh,
like,
so he was like all
everything.
there. It was like everything.
It was everything.
So it was just like, Lord,
It
you
was
don't
just
even
like,
have
next to
you're
Jesus
God,
Christ.
This is definitely the
Yes,
one. Because
and he
he's
was
listening back.
intelligent, and it was everything, you know,
my
that
gosh.
what a woman would be looking for
Wow.
in a marriage
But
or in a man.
A woman
in a
that's
man.
serious
a
about God's
serious
business,
woman of God. Yeah.
You know, want somebody
Yeah.
that's loyal and dedicated like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I said,
good.
well, that one has to be my husband.
Yeah.
Because I said, Lord, I've kept myself all these years. I have not strayed away.
Okay.
I am, you know, what you're supposed to be as a woman, you know, and all that stuff. I am that. Don't have any extramarital affairs or anything else. So God, you know, that's the husband I wanted.
Wow.
And so I went into prayer and I prayed and I said, God, if this is my husband, show me. And I, you know, they say don't put the fleece before God, but I did put the fleece before God, and it happened so quickly. The answer came back as no. But
how did you know it's no? How did the answer? Like when you say the answer came back as no, I want you to tell us. We want to be nosy.
Okay.
How did you know it was no?
Well, I had confirmation from the prayer that I prayed
okay.
that the answer is no, because I asked the Lord, and please don't do this.
Hold on. So did somebody tell you no, or God give you like a dream?
God gave me the confirmation to my prayer.
Okay.
Because I went to God and I said, Lord, because I know I was in a very good job.
Yes.
But I know, you know, I'm one of the persons that used to, you know, like a team leader to help somebody, and I was there for a while. I know that I wasn't going to lose my job, right? And there were people that come after me.
Okay.
So I'm like, God, if I'm not supposed to marry this person, now I'm going before God. God knows me and knows my heart, but I didn't think I could fool God. I said, let me lose my job, Lord, knowing that I'm not going to lose my job, you know? So let me lose my job, and I'll know, and God, I'll do the right thing. And so I fasted and I prayed. So I'm just saying, maybe it was a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the Monday came, I went to work, and I was the only person got laid off. Wow. That was the only time I got laid off in my job. I was like shocked. So, you know, don't do this if you don't really want the right answer. So I was like, I can't believe this. So for the whole week, I kept calling and saying,
I think I just missed that. You just said a while ago, you prayed.
Yes, I prayed.
And said, God, if this is not your will, that you lose your job.
Never lose my job. And guess what? I lost my job.
You lost a job.
I lost my job big time. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. And the person called me in and told me, I don't know what happened, but we're going to have to downsize. I was in New York at the time. And I'm like, downsize? And I'm like, oh, so I'm so sorry. Who are you going to lay off now? Because I sure it wasn't me. Yeah. Because I'm the one that used to, you know, help with the hiring, help with the firing and all that stuff. So it's not going to be me. And they're like, you know, we got to let you go. I was like, what? I'm like, no, something wrong with this picture. So anyway, they did let me go. And then I found out, I started calling them. I said, I just want to know who else they lay off, you know? Because I'm like, and I called for the next day, about a week, even up to a month later, because I could not believe it. And I was the only one that was laid off.
My God.
The only one that was laid off.
So what was the emotional side to it?
I was...
No. I want to be nosy. What was the emotional side to you ignoring, blocking out the sign that you prayed for? All right? You got the answer because you prayed for it. That was the sign. But what was the emotional side that pushed you to commit that which was not of God's will for sure?
Because I went to, first I said, it's just a fluke. It's just coincidence, you know. Because, you know, I was like, this can't really be happening because this is a man of God here I'm talking about. Yeah. You know, this man is like next to Jesus Christ, if you would say, you know. Wow. So, and then I went to some of my friends and my sister, and I say, you know what, I really don't think that, I don't know, I didn't tell them I put a fleece before God because my grandparents told me not to do that. Right. So I was like, I don't know if this is the right thing for me to do, you know. And they're like, girlfriend, go see everybody's getting my girlfriend. You got that, the man is a saved man, is a man of God, and
So
all
your
of that.
friends start to influence your thinking.
Yeah, and I was like, go, you go ahead, and furthermore, so and for the life of me, I couldn't get another job.
Really?
So I had to go back and pray.
Yeah.
And ask God forgiveness, and then I need a job.
So
I need a job.
Is that after you got married?
No, I wasn't married yet.
You still needed a job. So you had to, pray like
I had to pray for a job to marry the man that the Lord told me not to marry.
Wow.
So I could get the money to.
So this is good. Oh my God, I love this. I love this because I need some truth.
Yeah.
This is great. This is absolutely great because I meet folks all the time.
Yeah.
That says God tell them.
Yeah.
I'm like, God ain't tell you nothing. So
God speaks.
So how long did the marriage last?
Not long. I think it lasted about maybe 6 years.
About 6 years.
But it was 6 years
miserable
of
years?
Misery.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So
yes.
I mean, I'm trying to cram it all in this time that I have. Now, my question is, 6 years, and it was very challenging over those 6 years. Okay. How did you build? Who leave who?
He left me.
He left you?
Yeah.
Did you pray for that?
No. I didn't pray for him to leave me. But he left me because he was the right one. So he just decided to do all those things. So when he left, because he ended up with another lady, and he found somebody else and left me with 2 children at the time.
Okay.
I started to pray and ask God, Lord, why me? I kept myself. Oh, why me? I want to blame God. It's your fault, Lord. And I forgot all of what I did. And one day I was down on my knees, really sobbing and really upset that I've kept myself all these years, and I've tried to really be a true Christian, a true child of God. And here I am in this mess, worse than the others, some of the people. And it's like I heard a voice in my head, just like a loud voice, why not you? And I was like, what? And the moment I heard, why not you? I changed. I began to say, Lord, forgive me for being disobedient. Forgive me. I went through all that, but God was still faithful, and he still brought me out. So I have to give God thanks. Yes, I ended up with 2 children, and it was a long struggle, but the Lord has kept us. And even though he was never a part in your life, but God is faithful. So even though sometimes you may go through the valley.
Yes, come on now.
You may go through something, but as a child of God, God is not going to leave you there forever.
He's not going to leave you.
You may have to get a little spanking here and there, a little chastisement here and there, but thanks be to God that he had never left me in that wallow. And so that's why I decided that, listen, whatever it is, I must get back on track.
Yeah.
And begin to serve God.
So my next question to you, like, at what, but again, because I met you doing ministry, your program actually came right after my program.
Yes.
On the radio station. All right. I don't want to be all too nosy. Let me make sure my nose not too nosy. All right, I'll put it there a little bit. All right. Let's do this now. Like, what's your
Midday with Prophetess Sandra. 30 minutes that would impact your life. 30 minutes, my God, that God would strategically give you a word that would forever change your life, your situation, your family, your finances. 30 minutes, my God, that you don't want to miss. Stay tuned with Midday with Prophetess Sandra.
On BTV Praise.
Angry at the way how my life is and stuff like that. But then after I repented and started turning around, it's funny that I was just lying and went to bed, and I got a dream that that my kids, they're going to leave. And then after the kids leave, I found myself on the street, was handing out tracts and was talking to people. And then it's like somebody told me in the dream to go and do that. And I was like, okay, so I went out there, and I remembered because I was in this broad hat, and it was sunny, in the long jean skirt somewhere. And I started doing it, and then I got discouraged in the dream because I'm like, I'm handing out track, I'm doing all of this, and nobody's getting saved. Nobody's coming, nobody's responding. So I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this. But that's in the dream, And it seems like, I don't remember if it was a person came up to me and told me so, or it was, a voice I heard. But in the dream, it says, this is what I want you to do. Don't worry about, you know, who comes or not. That is not your job who comes. Your job is to go tell it.
My God.
And it's like, Jesus, when I heard it, I said, well, it's the Lord who spoke to me. And all of my downside and all of my, you know, this and that, I believe I heard from the Lord.
Yes.
And so right then and there, I did not tell anybody, you know, what was going to take place. Because in the dream, I also, you know, was shown what was going to take place before that happened. And to make a long story short, is that my children were going to leave. And, you know, and then after that, you know.
Oh, my God.
And I'm telling you, long after that, I did not want my kids to leave. So I was really hoping and praying that this dream would not come true. And then I'm like, this is a real strange kind of evangelism, you know. And so it came true. And I said, you know what, Lord, I think you're ready for me. I said, I don't know everything about the word, but I'm reading your word. I'm not perfect, but I'm into your word. And, you know, I know that you're going to take me through.
You know, we're going to have to do this again.
Amen.
I didn't even get a chance to touch your ministry.
Yes.
This is good. I'm literally out of time.
Yes.
You know, I didn't even get a chance to touch your, you know, just the core of your ministry. But tell us the name of your ministry that God had given you.
Truth Manifest Ministry.
Truth Manifest.
The truth must be revealed. Yes, must be made known.
That's a beautiful name that brings about declaration. Actually, you know, actually telling the truth. And woman of God, I'm telling you, I'm just literally out of time.
Yes, yes.
Lord Jesus, we got to do this program. We got to get more in the meat core, you know, of you know, a little bit more about your ministry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for sharing that testimony because so many people needed to hear that.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I'm not even kidding you, man.
Yeah.
So many needed to hear that testimony because that was a life-changing
Yes,
testimony.
it was. Yeah.
And when you think that something looked like a bed of roses because it shout good, it ain't not so.
Oh, Jesus.
When it sound like you preach, when all of that is done, if it ain't God's will, I promise you, you got to deal with unfaithfulness, harbor character, challenges that just don't want to go away. And I tell you, I want you to be so encouraged. Thank God for Sister Newman. God bless you, sister. God bless you.
God bless.
All nosy in her business.
I know.
Lord Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. So listen, thank you so much for staying tuned. We got some announcement that's coming up. I tell you, this was so good. I couldn't even put all my announcement in, but listen, stay tuned because we got some announcements. God bless you until we meet again. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Deals with your purpose and dreams and empowers you to gain momentum and life, the successful life you never thought possible. In this book, Prophet Ricardo McCollum digs deep, cuts straight to the heart, offers knowledge to the mind and strength to the spirit. Thank you for tuning in today on our Spotlight program with Prophet Ricardo McCollum. For more details, you can contact us by our information that is displayed on screen. And also, if you would like to be a special guest on our program, you can also email us or contact us by our information displayed on our screen. Don't forget to like us on social media.